since so long, all the feels are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day upright. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street. Roller coaster, take me to a better time. Let's go! All sing your high line with the roller coaster of life. Yeah. It's time to all choose your timeline on the roller coaster of life. You seem to easily forget how to place your bet. When everyday life gets you down, you gotta steal the crown. Got to own it. Don't bitch and moan about it, please. God forbid you scrape your knees, and it's nothing to sneeze at. Oh, I've told you over and over again, you gotta get both hands around it and make your own plans. Roller coaster, it's taking over, it's about time. Oh, all sing your high line on the roller coaster of life. You've got to all choose your timeline with the roller coaster of life. I want to go down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole.
Well, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Yeah, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Ain't no place gonna hold me when the road keep rolling on. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. I told her love ain't chained down, it just comes and drifts away. Yeah. Saw the sun in the distance, looked like a burning coin. Saw the sun in the distance, looked like a burning coin. Lord, I don't need no preacher, just that dust roll to join. Now I'm rolling through the valley, wind hums through my head. Yeah, I'm rolling through the valley, wind hums through my head. You can't tell my woman I'm gone. and I ain't coming back.
Match day 16, Chelsea versus Everton. Chelsea go one up. Gusto makes it 2-0 to Chelsea. The game ends in defeat for Everton, which sees them drop to 8th in the table.
David, does the support from the Evertonians towards the end of that game tell you everything one needs to know about a performance and result that felt really harsh?
Yeah, because I think they recognise the efforts the players put in, and you know, in some ways it might have been one of our best performances away from home, but we couldn't score the goal, and we just dropped a couple of runners at times for their goals. You know, we had bits that we were controlled the game, but we didn't take the chances from it. So, look, it's generally an improvement in where we've been, but obviously we want improvement in the results of the game. I didn't think we played great against Notts Forest, but we won 3-0 last week. I thought we actually played better today and lost 2-0. So, I'd rather take that 3-0 way of doing it rather than today's.
Perhaps unsurprisingly for a team that came into this chasing a 5th win in 6 and 3rd away from home on the bounce. We started so well, didn't we? But then losing Kiernan so early on, he's been fantastic for us.
No, it has. It was a blow to us, and we didn't quite get it. We didn't quite sort of organise after it as well as we should have done, and it took us a wee while. But I thought by the time we got to half time, you know, it looked as if we were more likely to score than them. And for us to go 2-0 down seemed really harsh, because it wasn't 1-0. Jack has a chance through and goal. We don't score. And they crossed one in the goalie's arms, distributed it quickly, and they got up the pitch and made it 2-0, which felt harsh. But look, we done that a wee bit last week against Nottingham Forest. We scored in a minute just before half time, so it was a bit similar to that.
The fan group, the 1878s, are preparing a display at the Hill Dickinson Stadium for Everton's next fixture against Arsenal. It's the last home game before Christmas, and hopefully the fans can celebrate it with an Everton win. Although Arsenal stand in their way, and they are currently top of the league.
Good? Yeah.
Don't pull that off, we're in the game on it.
Right, another couple of pulls.
Match day 17.
goodness me, that looks a penalty for this one.
My final decision will be penalty kick.
Victor Walkeres versus Jordan Pickford. He blows his whistle. Walkeres straight down the middle, 1-0. Plays it back to Bukayo Saka, off the line by James.
A little bit too wide, doesn't wrap his foot around quite enough.
Space to operate.
The game ends in defeat.
The Gunners, who struggled very often in recent times at Everton's former home, have come to the Hill Dickinson Stadium for the first time and taken all 3 points.
Well, Tim, really narrow margin against the Premier League leaders, just decided by a penalty.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't the result we wanted. You know, we conceded an unfortunate goal through the handball. But I feel like in the game, you know, we hung in. We was only 1-0 down, and they didn't really cause us much trouble. I just feel like we just didn't do enough to create that clear-cut chance, and obviously we ended up losing in the end.
We've played two top quality sides in succession now and lost both, but there's still positives to take. Did you feel the nature of performances and the positives we've shown shows the direction we're going in?
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously against Chelsea last week we played well. You could say we played well today, but obviously you don't really get any points for playing well, so hopefully we can play well and pick up some points in the next few games coming up.
From a personal point of view, I know it's a defeat today, and that's ultimately the main thing. But the manager's just come out and praised your level of performance as well. So, you know, from you, are you happy with how you played?
Yeah, I'd say obviously I've been in and out of the team. I missed a game because I had 5 yellow cards. I feel like today, I did a quite decent job. You know, I worked hard, put in good tackles. You know, carried the team forwards at some points. Obviously, I wouldn't say it was a perfect performance. There's still loads to come, but I feel like it's definitely a performance to bounce on from, yeah.
And yeah, with Idrissa away at AFCON as well, there's a lot of quality midfielders, central midfielders in this squad. But do you feel this is your chance to kind of really stamp your mark now in the next few weeks?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I always look up to Idrissa, but I'm hoping I can, you know, show what I can, so that when he comes back, I'm giving the gaffer a reason to not put him straight back in. And that's on me, that's my opportunity, I just got to go and grab it.
Top man, thanks Tim.
Thank you.
Yes, Toffees, just want to wish you Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Evertonians.
Merry Christmas, Toffees.
Hi Blues, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy festive period, Evertonians. Thanks for your support.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad.
Merry Christmas, Evertonians. Thank you for your support. Have a good one.
Merry Christmas, Evertonians. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for all the support, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Hello to all you Evertonians around the world. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great Christmas and enjoy it with all your family. It's been great to be back. It feels like home for me, and it's just coming up to a year since I've been here. We've done well. We made sure that we were a Premier League club. We've moved to a new stadium. We started the season quite well, but we need a bit of patience, and we keep fighting, and hopefully we can try and challenge for things in the future. So enjoy your holiday period, and I wish you all the very best.
Match day 18, Burnley versus Everton.
Pickford misses it. Doesn't get away with it. Nikolenko's early ball is towards Beto. Bring it away. Ball by Fortune. Good play. On the charge. It's a talent. It's a great ball in. There's no way he's offside. And that's Beto. Sweeps it by Dibley. Great skill by Dibley. Dibley leading the charge. Still got it. That's a penalty area. Rozier heads it low. Well, and it's a header from Alcaraz. Alcaraz, can he get a shot away? Chance for Beto inside the penalty area. It's going to fall on Neil. Keith comes on the right. Volley back by loose ball. Also Ugochukwu. Good forward by Ugochukwu. Plays Lawson. Here's the ball in field. Florentino, Run Larson, but real chance for Everton. Irabunam, can he make the right decision? Right to Neil. Oh, what a save. Better back ball into the penalty. Charlie Alcaraz with the overhead kick. Not blocked. Bashir Humphreys blocked first time and shoot. Inside the centre circle. Barry Peels. Barry trying to break through here. Barry gets a shot away. Oh, saved by the keeper and scrambled away.
Michael, clean sheet, point earned. What did you make of that one today?
Yeah, I thought we played pretty poor. I think we never really got after it from the first minute. I think Burnley made it difficult for us the way they pressed, but we needed to show a bit more bravery on the ball, try and pass it a bit more, try and control the game a bit better, and we never really did that. We never really had sustained pressure and created a lot of chances, so we found it quite tough. I think the only positive is we kept a clean sheet and got a point in the end.
Is that something to build upon? Because, as you say, we found like decisive moments today, but keeping a clean sheet is always a good thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's the one positive. I wouldn't say something to build on, but I think it's a lot to improve on going into the Forest game. There's so much we can do better and so much we need to do better. We've been really good away from home, to be fair, this season. I think we've passed the ball a lot better than what we have today, and it's something we need to get back to.
Obviously, the Forest game just around the corner, only a couple of days away now. Does it give you sort of more hunger to go and attack that game on the back of today's result?
Yeah, you hope for a reaction. I know we didn't lose today, but it kind of feels like a loss with the performance and the way we went about it. So hopefully we can react and put things right over the next couple of days and put in a better performance against Forest.
Match day 19, Nottingham Forest versus Everton. It's Everton's final game of 2025. After 18 games and no wins in their last 3, Everton are currently 11th in the table, coming up to the midway point of the season. They have won 7 and lost 7, as well as drawn 4 times. They haven't really had a consistent run of games where they have played well and got the win. That being said, they are still only 4 points off 5th, so there is still plenty to play for in the second half of the season. Everton play Forest, who they beat in the reverse fixture back at the start of December, and will be hoping for the same result today and get a double over former Everton manager Sean Dyche. Everton are without several key players. Iliman Ndiaye and Idrissa Gana Gueye are both at the African Cup of Nations representing Senegal, whilst Dewsbury Hall, one of Everton's standout players this season, picked up an injury against his old club Chelsea a few games back and hasn't featured since. Jared Branthwaite still remains sidelined from his injury at the start of the campaign. Charlie Alcaraz has also picked up a knock from the previous game against Burnley and will be ruled out for the game. Nathan Patterson, who has been on and off with injuries, gets his first start of the season at right back. James Garner gives Everton the lead against his former club. He shows them respect by not celebrating. Barry doubles the lead for the Toffees and gets his second goal of the season.
Tiano, another game against Nottingham Forest and another goal for you.
Yeah, I'm very happy. When I wake up this morning, I feel I can score again because I scored the last game against Nottingham. So yes, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to win also. So yeah.
How happy are you with the quality of your finish? Because it was a fantastic ball from Jimmy, but you still had a lot to do. It was a really good finish.
Yeah, because always I talk with Jimmy. I told him to play more higher because he have a good quality of the pass. The last game against Burnley, he gave me also a good pass, but I didn't score. So yeah, I think I can have a good connection with him. So I'm very happy for the goal and for the assist for him.
And we hear that you've been watching a former Everton striker to get some inspiration. So do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, every week, I think after the game, I watch the goal of Premier League and I watch also the goal of him, of Lukaku. So I try to do like him. It maybe is a little bit difficult because he do very good things here, but I try to do my best.
Match day 20, Everton versus Brentford. Thiago gives the away side the lead. Collins makes it 2 for Brentford early in the second half. Everton have a mountain to climb if they want to get anything from the game. One minute later, and that mountain has just turned into Mount Everest. 3-0 to Brentford. Leto gets one back for Everton. Everton are pushing to get back into the game, but leave themselves exposed at the back. Thiago breaks free and grabs himself a hat trick. 4-1 to Brentford. Barry makes it 4-2 in injury time, but the game was lost long ago. It's another heavy defeat at home for the Toffees. David Moyes talks after the game.
Well, David, your reaction to today's game?
Like just disappointment that we've performed so poorly, really. We started the game quite well. Made our keeper make a good save in the first half and had a good chance before they get the goal. But I think the more disappointing thing was the way we conceded the goals today. Didn't enjoy them at all. And after the praise the players got for their performance in midweek against Nottingham Forest, this is nearly the opposite for, I thought, how poorly we defended.
Is that particularly tough to take? How solid, well, more than solid, impressive our defensive record has been this season, especially with the coming into the game?
Yeah, because I don't think it's something which Everton we've really done. I thought we were naive, and when we're 3-1, we didn't need to leave the door as open as we did at the back, and take on things which we didn't need to do. And I don't even think Jordan had many saves to make. I think he maybe had one good save. I don't think we had many saves. He made one when the boy broke through in the first half. So yeah, just not a good day today, no.
I know you won't want to make excuses, but the manner of the win at Forest maybe was forgotten by some, just how limited you are with your squad at the minute, especially at this time of year, missing some key creative players. That does make an impact, doesn't it?
I'm not going to make any excuses, certainly not on my own club TV, that's for sure. But no, we're just lacking the creativity of the players. No, we're lacking Ellie and Kiernan, who can score us and make us goals. And the chances which I talked about in the opening 10 minutes we didn't take. I knew were going to come back to haunt us because Brentford have got that ability to play multi-different ways and ways of scoring goals. We don't really have that at the moment, and we've been struggling to score goals, as everybody knows. We got 2 today in the end, but if you're going to concede 4 and trying to get 2, we could have shut up shop, stayed in, but we're at home and we're trying to be creative and try and score goals and win. But it didn't show up well today. I didn't like it, really.
Match day 21, Everton versus Wolves.
Well, James, understandably a frustrating night for your side. Just first of all, talk me through your thoughts and reaction to that one.
Yeah, second half, bizarre. Not often you spend the last few minutes with 9 men. First half played okay, didn't play great, but had the 1-0 lead, and then they made a change at half time. We just sort of lost our way a little bit, opened up, and then poor goal to concede, to get played through the middle like that. And then at the end, it's just, I've never seen anything like it really. I thought the decision was just bizarre.
Before we come on to that decision, you just mentioned there the change in system. What do you think caused you problems when they did have their tactical tweak?
We just couldn't get up to the ball. When we seemed to be quite open in midfield. It's not lack of effort, it's just maybe tactically just didn't get that bit right as a team on the pitch. Sometimes when teams make changes like that, you need to spot it quickly and adapt, and we didn't do that. And then, they played right through the middle of us for the goal, which is the worst way to concede a goal, really.
The decisions, then, what's your take on, first of all, we'll talk about the Keane red card, violent conduct?
So I've just seen it back. First of all, I understand the rule. If someone pulls someone here intentionally, then I get that. So a couple of components to it, really. First of all, Michael Keane's the most placid character you could ever meet. He's the nicest fellow I know, so he's never got any intention of causing harm to anyone. And he's going to challenge for the ball. The hair is where his hand is to put his hand on his back. That's how you defend, otherwise you're just going to end up smashing your head into the back of someone's head. There's no intention to pull the hair. And maybe an experienced referee at this level knows Michael Keane and knows the player he is and understands that he's not the kind of player to do that. I think it's this referee's second game in the Premier League, so obviously doesn't know the players very well yet. Some people might intentionally go out and do that, but Michael Keane's definitely not that kind of person.
Do you think referees should take context into account then with situations like that?
There has to be. They can't just be the law and then it's the same rule for all of it. I understand the intentional part of it, but Keane's hand has to go on his back. It's how you head the ball to protect yourself. And it's not an intentional play. I even spoke to the lad after the game, and he said he wasn't asking for a red card. He just felt the pull of his hair and was just asking for a foul. So even he didn't feel like it was a violent conduct. And now, if that decision stays, it's a 3-match ban for something which is absolutely nothing.
And Jack Grealish as well, being sent off for a second yellow. I know he's definitely frustrated about that one. Again, how did you see that situation?
I think we're all frustrated at that point. Yeah, I think when you see the decision given to Keane, there's frustration around everyone. I think Jack will hold his hand up. He says he's got to remain composed there because we need our players on the pitch at that point. It's difficult enough with 10 men, never mind 9. So I'm sure he'll be disappointed with the way he acted there because we needed him on the pitch at that moment. But we dealt with it in the end. We get the point. It's obviously disappointing. We want to win games, and tonight we didn't. But to finish the game with 9 men for whatever it was, 10, 11 minutes, we'll take the point and move on.
Promising talent Harrison Armstrong was recalled from his loan spell at Preston and started in the last game against Wolves.
So Everton, how's it
He
feel to be
speaks
back
about
in
his
Burnley?
return.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, it was a quick turnaround from being told I was coming back and obviously training at Preston, but now I've enjoyed it. It's certainly part of the experience of going out on loan, and yeah, it's been good.
And on that loan at Preston, what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was really good. I learnt a lot. I've been fortunate to be at 2 really good clubs on loan so far in a short time that have taught me a lot, and Preston was definitely somewhere where I thought I really showed what I was capable of. I certainly think there's definitely more to my game to improve on and to show people, but no, I really enjoyed it there. The fans and the people there really took to me.
And you're certainly impressed with Preston, but what do you think you learnt most over there?
I think it's just, obviously, I was playing at one end of the table, obviously with Derby, and then to go to Preston and sort of be in and around playoffs, it's completely different. It's completely new challenges every game. There's a new pressure on you to sort of be on the ball more, and you just have to mature more when you're sort of in a different environment, and I certainly think I've done so.
And you mentioned those 2 spells, both with Derby and with Preston. How much do you think you've grown as a player? Because it seems like you've come on a long way.
Yeah, well, I think, like I said, you're sort of thrown in the deep end as soon as you go away there. Even in training, you're tested by the lads. They want to see what you're made of, and it's brought challenges that I haven't had as yet in my career. So I think I've matured both on and off the pitch. It's allowed me to sort of see different aspects of my game and see where I can improve, and each game's obviously a different test against some really good opposition. So I certainly think from both of the spells that I've definitely come on as a player, and I'm just hoping that progress continues.
And your first game back here at Everton was at the weekend. Obviously not the result we would have wanted against Brentford, but still must have been a proud moment for you to get back out there in an Everton shirt.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's always an honour to be playing in an Everton team, especially for how long I've been at the club. It's quite surreal still to even be walking out, especially at the new stadium. It felt like my first time going back there because I haven't been there for a while, but no, it was really good. I got a really good reception from the fans, and I really appreciated that, and so did my family. So obviously it wasn't the result we hoped for, but we're looking to push on now.
Looking at 2025, it was a positive year for the club. The new owners brought stability in the new stadium, bringing a lot of new possibilities as well. For you as a young player, does this feel like an exciting place to be?
Definitely, yeah. I think you can see with the changes at the club that the way the club's going. I think it's definitely a project that people are starting to look at and, you know, starting to appreciate a lot more. I think the club is definitely going in the right direction, and I think what the fans are doing, the people at the club and the players, they certainly need to keep that up, because yeah, I think the club's back to, well, certainly on track back to where it needs to be.
And for these next few games, it's a busy period, obviously. What are you aiming for, and what do you think you can add to this Everton team?
Well, I think, like I said, I'm coming back into the team. I'm a team player, so whatever my ability is and whatever versions of myself I can give each game, I'm willing to do that. I think whether it's starting games or coming on and having to affect games, I think I've just got to give 100%. I think there's some really high quality players around you. I think you need to stay up to the standard of what they're trying to do and try and not look out of place, but also add your own sort of little creative bits and variety onto the game. Yeah, I'm just hoping to sort of slot in, but also show what I can do.
And positionally, is there, I know you've played across the midfield, is there an area where you feel you're most effective, that you're the best?
I think different formations and different styles can suit me at times. I can be effective going forward, but I can also be effective defensively as well. I think it just depends how the game goes. I can sort of adapt, and I do like to do a little bit of both attacking and defensively, so maybe like a box to box, but I'm happy to sort of go wide or maybe stay forward a little bit more, or even as a six. I feel like I'm quite comfortable with, which I played a lot at Derby. Yeah, like I said, I'd say I'm quite versatile, and I've got different varieties in my game that I can give, and that can be effective at times.
Have you always been a midfielder, even as a kid, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure so. I think pretty much as I was growing up, I didn't really ever want to play anywhere else. I was never really too attracted to scoring goals or too bothered about just staying back and defending. So I think I've always had lots of energy and always needed to sort of let it out on the pitch. So I think doing a little bit of everything sort of helps with that. And
you joined the academy at age 5. Obviously that's a very young age, but what age do you start playing football? Was it a case of just always playing?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think when I speak to my mum and dad, obviously you don't really remember your sort of earlier years. I was pretty much stayed away from football, even though it was still a young age. I think as soon as I started, I just sort of got picked up into the academies. I've obviously got an older brother who plays, and who I look up to, and I think his sort of journey and what he's gone through really helps with where I am at the moment. I think I can look back on what he's done and listen to his advice and sort of adapt what I need to do. So I think it was always going to be a case of me coming into football, but I think it always helps when you've got someone like that around you.
FA Cup, 3rd round. Everton versus Sunderland. The FA Cup returns for the Premier League sides, and Everton have been drawn against Sunderland, a tough Premier League opponent. Everton drew 1-1 in their league fixture against the Black Cats back in November. Everton are at home, but they have only won 1 in their last 5 games at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. If they want to progress into the next round, they need to change their home fortunes around. Everton are playing in a black special edition FA Cup kit instead of their usual home kit. Everton go behind again at home. Both teams have chances, but the game remains 1-0 to Sunderland. Time is running out for the Toffees. Adam Asnew is tripped up in the box. The referee awards a penalty to Everton late on in the game. Garner steps up and converts the penalty. The game is heading to extra time. Both teams have chances but fail to score. Penalties are looming. Everton failed to convert their opening 3 penalties. If Sunderland score their next one, Everton are out. Everton exit the cup.
Well, Jimmy, a really disappointing way to exit the competition after we did so well to battle back.
Yeah, very disappointing. We did, like what you said, we fought so hard to get back into the game. Better side in the second half, and we get the goal back, and then extra time. Everyone was knackered. We're down to the bare bones really with players and with all the injuries and lads off in AFCON and all the suspensions and stuff. So to stay in the game and take it into penalties was good, but it wasn't good enough because obviously me and the boys need to put the ball in the back of the net. There's no excuses for that.
It was a tough one for you though. What was going through your mind for your spot? Because clearly you obviously wanted to go the other way, having went to the right for the penalty you did score.
Yeah, no, that's the first scenario like that I've ever had, having to take 2 penalties in the game. So it did play on my mind a little bit, but I should have done better with it, and I know myself I'm much better than that, so it is what it is.
I know it's a disappointing day for everyone, but you say people can say it's excuses, but we're missing 9 first team players today, and bare bones is probably to say the least, and so on. How difficult is it especially when you have 3 games in 6 days?
Yeah, no, it's very difficult. 3 games in a week is tough with a full squad. Never mind half a squad. So
Yeah, no, it's tough, but like I said, I'm making no excuses. I think I've said in the past, we're all here for a reason. So when the boys do play, and myself, we need to go out there and play more like the second half rather than the first half. We should be doing that from the off, and I'm pretty sure we would have had a different result if we did so.